Hey, welcome back once again to Mr. P Helps with Algebra 2. This is Unit 2, Topic 2, SLT number 14. We are multiplying polynomials now. We are going to start off with two types of multiplication that you should already know how to do from Algebra 1, and that is multiplying two monomials. So you do coefficient times coefficient is 15. X squared times x to the fourth. Remember, when you multiply things with the same base, you add the exponent, so that becomes x to the sixth. Over here, it's a little bit more difficult because it's a binomial times a binomial. I do what's called the FOIL method. You multiply things that came first, things that are on the outside, things that are on the inside, and things that came last. So negative 2 times 5 makes negative 10x squared. X times another x. 1 plus 1 is 2. Outsides becomes positive 2x. Negative times a negative is a positive. Insides is 15x. And last is negative 3. Now, this can be simplified because the two terms on the inside are the same. So you can only add, subtract things that are the exact same variable and the exact same exponent. 15 plus 2 more x's makes 17x's. I combine these two, bring down the last term, bring down the first term, and since this is a positive, I put a plus right there. So there's your answer, simplified as much as possible. We're going to continue doing pretty much the exact same thing I just showed you a second ago. Let me move myself so you can see me a little bit better. Not that it really matters in the end, but you're going to multiply this binomial times a trinomial. Now, the reason why this is a binomial is because it has two parts. It has this part and this part. And this is a trinomial. 1, 2, 3. It has 3 terms is what we call it. Each term is separated by a plus or a minus sign. So which means all of the terms in the first parenthesis have to be multiplied by all the terms in the second one. So we're going to end up doing 6 multiplications here. So we have this times all 3, and this also times all 3. And then clean it up by simplifying. X times x is x squared. X times 3x is 3x squared. And x times negative 5 is negative 5x. Now, I am realizing that this, I think it was intended to be squared because I could have just simplified these two first and then just done it the method before. But I'm going to get the same answer in the end. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times 3x is negative 12x. Negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20. Once again, clean this up. Add the 2x squareds makes 4x squareds. Add the 3 x's. Negative 5 minus 4 makes negative 9. Negative 9 minus 12 more makes negative 21x plus 20. Can't combine this with anything because it's by itself. It's just a constant. All right, so this time, pretty straightforward. Same steps again. Multiply this by both terms, this by both terms, and this also by both terms. 2 times 3 is 6, x to the fourth, because x squared, 2 plus 2 more makes 4. 2x squared minus 2, so negative 2 times 2 is negative 4x squared. So I'm now done with this term. Let's go to the next term, multiply it by both of these terms. 5 times 3 is 15, x to the third, and 5x times negative 2 is negative 10x. Done with that term. Negative 1, so that's negative 3x squared, and then negative 1 just changes this to the opposite, which is positive 2. Now, clean it up just a bit. So 6x to the fourth is the biggest degree. I'm going to put it in what's called standard form, biggest exponent to smallest exponent. I'm going to look for the thirds. Okay, so 15x to the third is the only third. So I'm going to cross it off once I'm done with it. Looks like there's 2x squared, so negative 4 minus 3 more makes negative 7x squareds. And just x's and just constants. And there's your answer. Yep, quite a long answer. It's an even function with a positive, which means you know it's going to be going up like this, which I'm bringing back old videos back into this video. This is going to be done exactly the same, only what I would do is I would multiply this binomial times this binomial first, and then multiply that trinomial that you get and multiply by this binomial. So it's kind of like doing the last two questions I did, both steps, one at a time. 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times 4 is 12x. So I did this and this. So that means I'm done with that. So negative 1 is negative x. Negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. This gives me 3x squared plus 11x minus 4. So now I've done all of this, which gave me this. Bring this down and do multiplication again. 3x to the third. This times this, and this times this is plus 3x squared. So I'm done with that. Now I'll do this times this and this. 11x squared and 11x. Done with that. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Clean it all up, and we are done. So this is the only cubed. There's 2 squareds. Add them both together, you get 14x squareds. Done with those. 11 minus 4 makes 7x. Done with those. And bring down your minus 4, and there's your answer. It's a cubic function with a positive degree, which means you know the function's going to look something like this. Just where's its location, where's its position, where you can use the strategy we did in the last lesson, or you can just pull out your graphing calculator and see exactly where it's at. Now, questions like this, I've learned over time to do a shortcut. So anytime you have just a binomial squared, times itself, multiply and double it. So this becomes x squared, this becomes 16, times itself, multiplying by each other, you get 4x, and double it, you get 8x in the middle. So there's your answer. Easiest way of doing it. I would do the exact same thing here, only then multiply it by x plus 5 again. So times itself, multiply and double it. And then multiply that by x plus 5 one more time. This will be the last question. So x to the third plus 5x squared, done with that. 10x squared and 50x, done with that. 25x, and 5 times 25 was at 125. Clean it up. Only 2x squared makes 15x squareds. The 2x's become 75x, and the 125. And I think that's it. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful day.